All right. Thank you, Krista Greenland, so much for joining me this morning so that I could ask you some questions about what you're doing amazing with is your salad in a jar workshops. So I know there's been a lot of questions, and thank you for sharing your knowledge with us. Just so that we know, Krista Greenland's a consultant from Aurora, Ontario, and she's working towards her leadership. And I'm Melissa Lim, senior leader from the West Island near Montreal. So Krista, thank you again. And I've got some questions written down that we can just go through together over the next 15 minutes to hopefully cover what people are looking for. So the first big question is, do you charge a fee when it's a workshop format?
I do. I do two different types of cooking classes, and one of them I do is more of a workshop style, and I do charge a fee. So it can be anywhere between $7 and $10 depending on what I'm offering.
Okay, so is that like menu based?
Yes. Okay. So, and the first time I did it, I charged $10, but I provided mason jars, and I like that I get people to bring their own mason jars, and so that reduces the cost. And part of the cost is for all of the supplies. So, and for them to be able to take a salad home with them, because then they get to try it and taste it and see what it's like the next day. So that will be providing the protein and all the vegetables and like quinoa and greens. And so it's all the prep work and all the time that it takes for me to prep everything as well.
Okay. On that note, I guess a question that just came to mind is, do you prepare the protein and the quinoa live in front of them, or do you have them prepared ahead of time?
So I will have most of it, the majority of it prepped beforehand. And so I base it off of, if I have 10 people, that's a lot of protein to prep for everybody to take enough for each. So the quinoa obviously would be done in advance because that does take more time. And I would talk about it in my workshop on how you can do it in the steamer and how you can do it with like the chicken broth or the veggie broth to give it the flavor and add vitamin B12. And the chicken, I would probably do maybe one chicken breast cut up in the steamer with the seasoning of choice. And it's the same with the vegetables. So all the vegetables we mainly prepped, but I would allow a chance for my guests who have come in to demo how to use the veggie twist and spiral slicer, using the cucumber, how to use a ceramic slicer with the carrot, cut a tomato with the ceramic knife. And so then I'm using some of the products and they're seeing how easy they are. And that's how I demo a lot of the products.
Okay, excellent. So it is like a mini cooking class. And how long is it lasting generally for you to do that?
Normally, it can be an hour and a half. So I find, because you do talk about things, like in the beginning, I do talk about the Good Food World Results program, and I share the guide and the page that says build your own salad. So I do refer to that. And I talk about how to build it so that your leafy greens aren't going gross.
Okay.
Because they have to be on the top.
Right. Are you using the visual from the book?
From the book. So then I can really tie in together all about prepping, because Good Food Results is really big on meal prepping and time saving. So, and as well as eating healthy. And I share how when I started eating salads in the afternoon, I stopped being sluggish, and I'm more productive in the afternoon now.
Mm-hmm. So fantastic. So you're really marketing a lot of different things. You're marketing the program, you're marketing our cooking classes, our tools, the Good Food Results, and they're leaving with the salad jar, which is lunch for tomorrow. And are you offering different, before they sign up, do they know what kind of flavor profile they're getting, or do you just offer a couple choices when they show up? How does that part work?
I would pick one, and I would probably pick something that they wouldn't normally do. So the first time I did it, I gave 3 options, and I felt that was overwhelming. And I had really good feedback on doing like an Asian salad. So using the sesame ginger, Asian coat and cook, Asian stir fry, Asian unami nutritional sprinkles. Mm-hmm. And when I did that, one of my guests had taken it to work, and she's like, I cannot stop my coworkers from eating out of my bowl. Okay. And then she turned around and gave me quite a bit of, her coworkers all ordered it. So there are benefits for that as well. So I feel like I stick to something that they wouldn't normally make.
And so the timing, so you're having them bring them to their office or workplace the following day. So are you doing this like on a Sunday afternoon or a weeknight evening? What do you find is a good time?
I find Sunday afternoons or Monday nights, because we talk about meal prep for the week and how that you can eat this throughout the week.
Okay, perfect. And for your invitation then, do you have any tips about how to invite to these? How do you market and promote the class?
So I would have a visual set up on like a salad in a jar that I've created through Canva, that I could send out as an invitation for it. And a lot of times I kind of promote it through my VIP group or on my newsletter, because I do salad in a jar parties, which is a different than a workshop once a month, which is more of a service that I offer. So I can talk about that if you like. But a workshop is like basically like a cooking class. So you would invite the same way as you would do as a cooking class, except there is a fee because of the amount of vegetable like product that you have to purchase in advance.
Okay. And then just to clarify then, if you're offering it as a cooking class option on your seasonal menu, does that become you build like one bowl and everyone eats from the one bowl at the cooking class versus them leaving with each jar?
Well, if I was to do it as a cooking class, then there wouldn't be a fee. But if, let's say I have a guest who wants to host a salad in a jar workshop, then they would take one home and there is a charge for it. And I would bring everything as well for it. So that my host wouldn't be buying it in advance. It'd just be me doing that workshop in her home compared to doing it in my own home. Okay.
And do you waive that fee if they have a certain size order?
No.
So it's $7 out
of my pocket to buy all of those vegetables. So like I'm not making any money off of the workshop unless they order the product.
Got you. Okay, perfect. Because I know that's been a popular question, like is that an incentive, or that's something maybe anyone could think about that, I suppose, if they wanted. If someone wanted, for example, to put a promotion out there, a workshop is free with your $100 order or something.
Yeah, and that's up to you. Like I might offer it, I might not charge the host to do it because she's brought in all of her guests, but all of her guests, because they are leaving with a full salad, like a full meal, there is a charge for that.
Perfect. Thanks, Krista. I got a lot of my questions answered so far, because one of the things I was asking about, when you have the workshop in your home, you're bringing in some hopefully new people. Maybe you have repeat workshop attendees who really like this and becomes a social thing. But is there a focus on creating like a series of workshops where you change up the menu, like come every Sunday evening and it'll be a different menu, a flavor profile, or is there a focus on future bookings so that they can book cooking classes?
I do talk in a workshop setting. I do talk about cooking classes, and that there are different options, and you can offer them like the Tex-Mex salad in a jar, where you use the Tex-Mex Tote and Cook, and you pick your salad dressing, and so you can create different suggestions for them in the workshop. And you would really, basically, it's like picking a menu for a cooking class. So you would talk about that with your hostess as well.
Okay. It sounds exciting. I can't wait to do my first workshop.
Can I share with you the party style that I do?
Absolutely.
So once a month in my own home, I put this out kind of just on my personal page, because it's not a sales type of thing, is that I am doing a salad in a jar party. And so anybody who is interested can come, and they bring two types of vegetables or two products that they can share with each other. Normally they're plant-based. And then you can bring their 5 salad jars for the week. So so that's more of a service that I offer. So it's really a teaching thing. It doesn't cost any money. I provide all the salad dressings, so I show them how easy it is, and we can choose our salad dressings, which ones people want right then and there, because I have an abundance of cruets. And then so we prep. So everything is already prepped in advance. They don't get to see a lot of the tools. But it's really teaching people how easy it is to prep. And we get together and it's more of a social thing. And so that's about an hour long, compared to doing the workshop where you do the tools and then you build.
Okay.
I still talk about good food or results. I talk about how I feel after eating salads, how it's going to transform my lunch. I don't have to think about it. I'm not eating like heavy lunches and taking naps with my daughter. I also use all of the nutritional yeast sprinkles, and so that helps as well, because then I talk about those products. So I do talk a little bit about that, but this is something I offer once a month for anybody who's interested to learn how to build it. And then I can offer workshops from there.
Okay, perfect. Any other tips that you want to share or unique ideas that you have to help promote this?
A lot of it is just talking about it. I have decided that I'm going to, instead of giving my host as a gift as a what's for dinner pack, I'm now going to start giving them a salad in a jar, pre-made for them for the next day. That will open up the window to be able to talk about what they're getting for lunch and how they can prep. And I can only imagine the people's faces when they see this beautiful jar that's made with all the different colors in it and given as a gift. I feel like people are going like, ooh, I want that.
Well, that's great promotion for a lot of things. You've got it that's some booking seats for the type of services you offer and different flavors, and that's a really unique idea.
Yeah,
fantastic. Oh, I think that wraps up all my questions. I'm just flipping back to my list. So I want to thank you again for your time, Krista, and sharing that. And I suppose if anyone's having questions about, could they see your kind of print, so your poster that you would use for social media for advertising or promoting the event, if you don't mind sharing those for inspiration, we can contact you and post them below this video.
Yeah,
would that be okay?
Yeah, that will work.
Yeah, because I think everyone loves to be inspired by new things, and you're great with your images on social media. I've always enjoyed looking at them. So congratulations on great work and some really creative ideas that are fun.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks, Krista.